So I was recently cleaning my drawers when I came across my old Blockbuster video card. Well, at least that's how my abuela used to say it. Blockbuster. That place was a freaking highlight of my life for a good 16 years or so. As a kid, I'd always go with my dad. I think it was like Friday nights or something, and he'd always go straight to the horror aisle, and there was a little play area. This is when I was little, you know, like 5 or 6. Now, I don't know if this was something that occurred in all Blockbusters, but this one in particular for my Miami people was located on Coral Way and 87th Avenue. But Blockbuster has been gone for a while now. And I will admit, it was a bit soul-crushing when I heard the news that they were going to be closing down their remaining 300 stores. I will never forget the blue and yellow case that was a symbol of my childhood. The smell of popcorn and chocolates, or as my family would call it, chucherias. The moment I would step into the store, looking around to what seemed to be infinite entertainment options. I felt like freaking Belle, you know, when she was given that library, because that's the least that freaking dude could do for her, but anyway. All the genres. It was magic, you guys. Magic. I remember I would spend about a good hour in there just trying to make up my damn mind. It was like life or death decision making, you know? Do I want to see Homeward Bound: The Incredible Journey or Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Ay, pobrecito Shadow. Now, I will admit, even though I was always a sucker for comedy or action adventure, it was tough not to ogle at the horror titles simply because of the covers. It was just bizarre and gross and eye-catching. A little bit disturbing. I mean, take a look at this one, for example. Even though I wasn't allowed to take those titles home with me, my dad sure did. And when it came to sleepovers, oh my god. We should have just brought our pillows and 101 Dalmatian sábanas with us to the store. Because that's truly where the party was at. By myself, I was indecisive. Could you imagine how indecisive I became once I was with a clan of preteen girls? It was impossible. Just a bunch of girls giggling, running around in their pajamas. And that extends beyond movie choice, because then when you get to the line to check out, you are surrounded by all these goodies and little toys and mieditas. And of course, you always have to pick one thing, you know. Oh my god. Do I choose snow caps or chocolate covered raisins? One seems healthier than the other because there's raisins. But who gives a shit? I'm a kid. Ayúdame, Virgencita, I cannot decide. And on busy weekends, you had to prepare yourself, just mentally and physically, to wait in that checkout line for a long ass time. It was like waiting in line for Space Mountain on a peak day, only to be greeted by a broken retail employee in their early 20s. Questioning their life choices. And I understand this very well because I too became that retail employee. Not Blockbuster, but Toys R Us. In the same shopping center, by the way. I worked at the Toys R Us on Coral Way and 87th Avenue, which is now an Aldi's. So yeah, so we would get to the counter, and as my dad would pay, I would stand on my tippy toes, which I unfortunately still have to do. I would do that eagerly as I would listen to the employee tell my dad when the movie was due, and I was always hoping that he would say, "Never, just keep it, it's yours. Merry Christmas and Happy Merry on birthday to you." And the rental due date was especially important to me when Blockbuster started renting out video games, because I wanted to keep those shits forever. My parents couldn't really afford buying these games at full price, you know, para el Nintendo, ya tú sabes. Sometimes I would double rent, so I would have to bring it back to them and take it back out. Because I wasn't done, damn it. I wasn't done beating the game. That was the one annoying aspect of that. So yeah, renting out video games was ideally the best way to get my gaming on. The primary annoyance with Blockbuster, I will admit, was definitely those late fees that you would try to avoid. Oh my god, we forgot to take the movie to Blockbuster, let's go! And then we'd jump in the car and then we'd like haul ass. My mom would park like an asshole, but that's nothing new in Miami. And then she'd be like, "Get out of the car!" And I would run to the front, and there was like that slot, like you just open like this bin thing, and then you know, it felt like I was in the middle of a Liam Neeson car chase or something. It was nerve-wracking, you know, because God forbid, those like $15 could go to like a Happy Meal. Another minor annoyance, and actually it was a pretty major annoyance, because VCRs took 1,000 years to rewind things. It's not like a DVD, you know, where you just go bloop, and it's already at the beginning. So I would rush home, and I'm so excited to watch a movie, and I'd open up the box, and I'm ready to stick it into my VCR, only to see that the come mierda before me did not rewind. Really? You didn't have time to rewind it? Yeah. Blockbuster Video, man. Never gonna be anything like that again. And you know, I'm moving on with the times. I'm appreciative for my Netflix and my Amazon Prime and my Hulu. But man, there's just something so crisp and beautiful and concrete, and I'm using really strange words to describe this. Sometimes you can't beat the physical, if that makes sense. A lot of things these days are done electronically. So what are your favorite memories of Blockbuster Video? Was there a particular movie that you rented out one too many times? What was your favorite genre? What was the one candy you absolutely had to check out? Let me know in the comments below. I love you. Be kind and rewind.